Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I remain your boy Onoski Deluxe. This video, I'm going to outline some basic things you need to know before you take any prop firm at all. So what are these things? So as it stands now, we all know the biggest deal in the Forex industry is now prop firm, and many people are actually vying to get it at all costs. And some that even get it and probably miss the challenge, they are still aiming to get more because they believe when they do more, when they keep on trying, one day it's going to come true for them. Of course, that is a very good mindset to attain. But before taking any prop firm, there are some things you need to put into consideration that will help you to be able to have a stand at one point in time, because most of the times you feel so motivated when you come online, you see the profit many people are posting here and there, you get motivated, and then you want to be like them. You have that drive, like, oh man, I have to take this prop firm, especially having known that they're going to give you a bigger account. You can now flip, open as many positions as you can. You must have had the picture in your head, but most of the times when you get the prop firm and you probably start trading, you will realize that trading is actually beyond prop firm, it's beyond big account, it's beyond clicking buy and sell. And then at the end of the day, you get messed up, because trading is not all about what you see on social media. It's a personal thing to do. So before I proceed, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to it, click the like buttons, and then ensure you join our Telegram channel. From the link is in the description, but where we share some of our analysis. You can actually do it to join us as we try to grow together. So it's just for free. Joining this thing doesn't cost you anything. It's perfectly free. Okay, I drop daily analysis on it. I think the ones I dropped today as at this time is good, and although we are currently, after it's moving a bit, currently having some kind of retracement, but nevertheless you're still holding. So kindly do it to join the channel from the group, and then also don't forget to like and subscribe. So before I proceed, I want to, for those of us who may be hearing of prop firm for the first time, what are they? Prop firm are actually, they are otherwise known as proprietary firm. These are companies that have funds and they are willing to give out their funds for trader to trade for them. But before they give you this form, you have to pass through some phases to be sure, or to be convinced that, or to convince them that yes, indeed you are capable of handling whichever capital you are vying for, either which the account sizes have a different range. There are those that offers 3K account, 5K account, 10K account, 100K, 25K, and so on and so forth. So they give you this account to have some verification stage. Basically, there are always two stages, especially it's just few of them that will tell you, okay, we have stage 1, or we have the no stage challenge. Do you understand? So, but just for the ones that is very much common, which of course is better to try, is those ones that has two-phase challenge. Okay, so they give you this fund, they expect you to pass through stage 1. For instance, if you're giving an account of $10,000, you may be asked to make, depending on the policies of a particular prop firm, but most of the time they'll ask you to make probably maybe 8% of the account for the first stage. Then the second stage, you may be asked to make 5%. So once you are able to pass through through these stages, they cannot give you a live account. And then when you start trading with it, whichever profit you make, they can start giving you probably 70 to 80 or 90, depending on the policy of a particular prop firm. They can start giving you the profits, and they will just take a little from it. As good as this sound, there are some basic things you need to put in place before you take any prop firm. Like I said at the beginning of the video, prop firm or probably trading is beyond what you see on social media. I know most of the times there are things we see that motivate us, and most of the times motivation that seems to be a good thing at times may be one thing that will drive us to make a decision that will ended up regretting. So what are those things that you need to put in place? Number one thing I have here is what I call self-identification. Before you go into prop firm, you need to identify yourself. You cannot just go on social media. It's risky for you to just go on social media and probably see one or two setup, and then you feel like, oh man, I have to get this prop firm today, and you went and do all sorts of things just to gather the money and then purchase the prop firm. Then when you start trading, you find out that these things are not just the way you feel them. There are a lot of things that entices it. Many people will not tell you the deep thing behind the skin. Do you understand? They only show you the results, and most of the time, the results they show you are those ones that are positive. They merely share the negative result. And I keep saying, or those that have come across me, that whenever you want to go into a business, the first thing you need to do is to ask for the risk aspect of that business. Ensure you are comfortable with the risk aspect of it before you go into it. So when I say self-identification, you need to ask yourself, who am I? What do I really want? Why do I want to do this? Am I doing this because I saw this on social media? Am I doing it because I saw my friend doing it? So you need to ask yourself those basic questions. Then when you ask yourself those questions, you should be able to have some realistic answers that you can give to yourself. So once you have asked yourself this question, you've identified who you are. You identify you are the type that, okay, am I a risk taker? Can I take risks? Can I use my money to buy this? What if I don't pass this challenge? You know, it's good. You know, there's a saying that states that we should pray for the best, but we still prepare for the worst, because you never can tell what happens. All right. So you have to prepare for both outcome. So once you have been able to ask yourself those questions and you're able to provide answer to it, then you now move to the point where you can talk about skill identification. Okay. The second thing I have here is skill identification. So what do I mean by skill identification? As you can see on my chart here, before this chart comes to this particular extent, I have already made some analysis. That is because what? I have a skill that can tell me that, okay, I can use to predict that this is where, or possible where the market can be held into. Do you understand? So once you're able to identify the skill that requires, you can see there are a lot of other analysis that we've done in the past, and these are different levels of TP. TP1 has been taken. We are anticipating it came just close to TP2, but it does not get there. So all these things are because of what? I actually have the skill to do those analysis myself. It's not what I am going to depend on anybody to do for me. So you ask yourself, do I actually have this skill? Will I be able to, if I'm giving this account, what will I depend on? Will I depend on what I see on social media, or I can pass this challenge myself? So the moment you've been able to identify your skill, and you are convinced that, okay, I'm good to go. If you know you are not skilled enough, you can actually draw back, set a target that, okay, I want to give myself a month or some weeks to probably practice on a particular skill. Once you have done that, the next stage you want to come to, you have to come to your mindset in trading. When you talk about mindset is trading, this is where consistency and profitability comes in. Mind you, before now, I've emphasized that trading is not all about technical analysis, and technical analysis is just 10% of what you need to become a profitable trader. So the 90% of what you need to be profitable in trading is actually your mindset. And when I said your mindset, it's not what you can buy from the market, it's within you. You have to build the right mindset to it, because in trading, most of the things that seems right, when you analyze it, you look at it naturally, it's not applicable. It's not applicable to trading. Most of the right decision you have within you that, oh, this is right, is actually wrong when it comes to trading. For instance, for many beginners, or many people or many traders at this stage are still facing the problem of fear, which is the greatest enemy of trading. Because when you are in a trade, especially when you're in loss, you always hope that, oh, very soon this trade will reverse and go in my position, so I have to be patient. But the moment you see that you're running in blues, you want to quickly close your position because you now feel like the trade will reverse against you. So these are complicated situations we meet in the market, and many people have not been able to find their way through. So you really need to ask yourself, what kind of mindset do I have? How do I be able to manage situations in trading, or what kind of message should I develop towards trading? And that is why you need to start checking your psychology to say that you have a good relationship with fear, you have the good relationship with hope, we have a good perception about what is and what is to come. So when you are able to do that, then you can now go to the next stage, which is what? Planning. So when you talk about planning, you have to have a map out rules and regulations that you are going to follow. Because one thing we fail to understand is that the market gives us endless possibilities to make, we can make 90% of choices in the market, and then the market does not have power over what we think. It's most of the times when we make wrong decisions, we try as much as we can to look for how to blame the market on what the situation is. But one thing, when there are people in life that said, I don't care about what people says about me, I am who I am. You must have heard statements like that. That kind of statement is exactly what the market does. The market doesn't care about what you think. You get, it must do its thing. The market always does whatever he feels like. Do you understand? And that is his own business. It is now left for traders the powers to interpret what the market is doing is dependent on us. It's dependent on every trader. So when you interpret it and it goes well, fine. But if it doesn't go well, just understand that it is not a bad luck or anything. It's just that you were not able to get that prediction at that particular time. And again, you need to develop the mindset that trading is not a game of getting rich quicker. Do you understand? It's just something that you can do, consistently. You have to look at the long run. And then you need to understand that in trading, we don't avoid loss. We only try to mitigate loss. Do you understand? What I mean by mitigate is that we try to reduce it to as small as possible, but we can never avoid losses in the market. If you are the type that have the mindset, oh, I don't want to lose a dime, trading is not for you. Because no matter how good you are, how best you are in your analysis, no matter the good psychology you've developed, you will come across these challenges. So you need to plan how you can manage your risk. You need to plan how you can manage your money, how you can protect your capital, the disciplines that you need so that you can actually not be overwhelmed by the stream of opportunities that the market has given to you. So the moment you have been able to attend to all these things that I've listed here, you can now vie for the last one, which is all of these things that I have in plan. Which prop firm do I have that can give me all of these things? Which prop firm should I go for? So if you are still confused about a particular prop firm to choose, there is a video on prop firm. All you just need to do is to come to the channel and then go through some of the videos here. I've made some videos about prop firms. Okay, so you can actually come watch this video and have an insight of some prop firm that may be able to give you the profitability that you need. Okay, so that is that about what you need to know before taking any prop firm. So I'll just run over them again. Number one, I talked about self-identification, talk about skill identification, I talk about your mindset, I talk about having a plan for yourself and a trading plan that will be able to guide you so that at the end of the day, you can also reframe back to your plan to cross-check where you started from where you are. If there is need for development, if there are things you are doing wrong, your trading plans will be able to tell you. And again, before I forget, in your plan, under planning as well, you should also have a trading journal, because Trading Journal will help you to checklist your trading histories, your progress so far, and if there are places where you need adjustment. So thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I hope this video is helpful. Kindly give us a thumb up and then subscribe to this channel if you are new to it, and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we release important content like this. So I wish every one of us successful trading ahead, and as you continue to progress, don't forget to always put in the work and have the right mindset. And not skid case. Bye guys. See you in our next video.